Watch what they do, not just what they say. 3 weeks ago, the United States and Israel initiated a massive military campaign against Iran. It was sudden, it was severe, and it completely rewired the geopolitical map of the Middle East. But fast forward to today, and the narrative coming out of White House is visibly shifting gears. President Donald Trump has quietly put forward a 15-point plan. It is a highly specific, sweeping blueprint designed to find an off-ramp to a war that is rapidly becoming an economic liability. Now let's look at the anatomy of the deal. When you actually look at the test of what Washington is demanding, it is nothing short of a total dismantling of Iran's nuclear infrastructure. This isn't a request for a temporary pause, it is a demand for a hard reset. Here is what the proposal requires. Total destruction. The nuclear facility at Natanz, Isfahan and Fordow must be completely destroyed. Zero enrichment. Iran must commit to never striving for nuclear weapons again, with absolutely no nuclear material permitted to be enriched on Iranian soil. Surrender of stockpiles. Every ounce of already accumulated enriched material must be handed down directly over to the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA). Full transparency. The IAEA gets unfiltered transparency oversight over all nuclear activities in Tehran. Cutting the strings. The regime must completely abandon its armed proxy network, severing the funding and arming of the region allies that have defined Iran's foreign policy for decades. Before we look at Tehran's forceful rejection and the severe local impact this conflict has on our own economy, make sure to subscribe to Global Brief NG and hit the follow button so you never miss an unvarnished analysis on the geopolitical force shaping our world. Now let's look at the economic ripple effect. You have to ask yourself, why the sudden urgent push for a ceasefire just 3 weeks in? To understand the urgency in Washington, you actually have to look at places like Lagos and Abuja. The global energy market is an incredibly fragile interconnected web. When missiles fly and shipping lanes lock in the Middle East, economic shockwave hit the Gulf of Guinea before the dust even settled. Nigeria, as a major OPEC player, is watching the crude market violently swing. Why a spike in unrefined crude prices might look like a windfall on paper for an oil-producing nation, the reality on the ground is a brutal whiplash. The disruption of global shipping and the skyrocketing costs of imported refined petroleum products are acting as an accelerant to inflation across Nigeria and the broader African continent. Washington knows this. They are watching the economic fallout threatening to trigger a global recession, inflating prices at the American gas pump and rattling international markets. And they are wrestling with the reality that the prolonged conflict is financially unsustainable. But here is the wrinkle. Iran is not taking the deal. They aren't just quietly rejecting the 15-point proposal. They are actively mocking the purported ceasefire on this day. They have essentially taken Washington's list, crumpled it up, and issued their own street counter demand. So we are at a standoff. A sweeping American proposal born out of global economic necessity, met with total defiance from Tehran. Watch this space, because the distance between a 15-point plan and actual peace has never looked wider. What began as a show of overwhelming military force has rapidly devolved into a high-stakes standoff where neither side can afford to compromise. Both are feeling the financial burn, and so are you. Join me in the next analysis. Thank you for staying with me on this one.